Members, good afternoon. It's the appointed time. We have a quorum. I call the meeting to order. Item number 1, matters arising. The Chief Secretary said that the next anti-chamber exchange session would take place on the 25th of June and led by the Deputy Chief Secretary. The Acting Secretary for Commerce and Economic Development and the Chair of the Panel on Economic Development, as well as the Secretary for Innovation Technology Industry and the Chair of the Information Technology and Broadcasting Panel, will chair the two discussion groups. The CS also said that the government look forward to members' views on developing Hong Kong into an international dispute resolution center and the region's IPR trading and service center, and on the development of the Hong Kong Park at the Loop, as well as the use of AI. They are important issues. Item 2, Legal Service Division report on subsidiary legislation. There are altogether 13 items. They are those gazetted on the 6th of June 2025, paper number LS 56 of 2025. This covers 13 pieces of subsidiary legislation. Legal advice, please. Thank you. First is LN 116. It aims to amend the Pharmacy and Poisons Regulation to add 9 substances in relevant schedules. The effect is that in relation to their sale, supply, labeling, and storage, these items will be subject to restrictions. The panel on health services was not consulted. This came to operation on the 6th of June 2025 when it was gazetted. We have not identified any legal or drafting difficulties. That's my report for LN 116. Thank you. In relation to the legal notice, any request for the setting up of a subcommittee? If not, please continue. Next are 5 legal notices, namely 117 to 122. The 5 notices are to tie in with the development of various facilities at the Hong Kong International Airport. First, 119 and 120. They are to amend the Airport Authority Ordinance, map of Airport Area Ordinance, and that of the map of restricted area to specify the new boundaries of the relevant areas. They are to reflect the changes in relation to the development of the Airport City as well as the Airport City Link. LN 121 is to amend the Hong Kong Joy Macau Bridge, Hong Kong Port and Hong Kong Link Road closed area permission to enter notice, to grant permission to set categories of persons to enter or leave within the closed area. Say, for example, passengers of the Airport City Link autonomous vehicle. LN 122 is to amend the relevant schedules in the designation of prohibited and restricted zones notice. They are to designate new areas to tie in with the need of development of various areas. LN 117 is to amend the registration and licensing of vehicles regulations under the Road Traffic Ordinance to extend the permitted areas of taxis within the new territories areas, to cater for the taxi pre-booked area at the airport, to cater for the growing demand for taxi services following the commencement of the free runway and the new passengers facilities. Please refer to paragraphs 7 to 16. In March, an information paper was submitted to the Panel on Economic Development. We have not received any comments. These notices will come into operation on the 1st of August. We have not identified any legal or drafting difficulties. That's my report for LN 117, 119, and 120 to 122. In relation to the 5 legal notices, members, would you like to set up a subcommittee? If so, please raise your hands. Please continue. Next is LN 118. This is to amend Schedule 2 of the Dangerous Drugs Ordinance in relation to the specified hospitals and institutions by updating 2 of the institutions and add 1 hospital as well as 2 institutions. That is the Chinese Medicine Hospital of Hong Kong. The effect is that a registered pharmacist, sister, and matron can possess and supply dangerous drugs in the performance of their duties. This is also to amend Schedule 4 in relation to the list of reporting agencies making report to the Central Registry of Drug Abuse. That is to update the name of 1 agency to add the Chinese Medicine Hospital of Hong Kong, as well as to remove 2 agencies. For details, please refer to paragraphs 21 to 22. This notice will come into operation on the 1st of August. We have not identified any legal or drafting difficulties. Legal advisor, in relation to 118 members, anyone who would like to set up a subcommittee? If so, please raise your hands. If not, please continue. Now I will speak on 2 legal notices, namely 123 and 124. The aim of LN 123 is to amend Schedule 3 of the Rabies Ordinance so that keepers of a dog in relation to vaccinated dogs, in addition to implant of devices that are allowed in the existing schedule, they may also implant a new device that conforms to ISO 11784 and 11785. Please refer to paragraphs 29 to 31 for details. LN 124 refers to dogs imported into Hong Kong with a permit, or those vaccinated against rabies are exempted from implant of the devices in Schedule 3. The condition is that the dog will have to be implanted with the device set out in Schedule 3, that is the ISO microchip. Please refer to paragraphs 32 to 33. We have consulted the panel on food safety and environmental hygiene. These 2 will come into operation on the 1st of August 2025. We have not identified any legal or drafting difficulties. That's my report. Members, if you would like to set up a subcommittee, please raise your hands. Please continue. There are 2 legal notices, that is LN 125 and 126. I will make a report for these 2. First, LN 125 is a commencement notice. The aim is to appoint the 1st of August this year as the commencement date of the Stablecoins Ordinance. Members may recall that the bill was passed last month. That's in relation to the supervision of activities involving stablecoins and provides for the investigatory and enforcement powers of the Monetary Authority. Whereas LN 126, it is to implement Section 92B(3), that is to specify professional investors as specified categories of person. The effect is that specified providers, say for example banks, do not have to be subject to the relevant restrictions when they offer the sale of specified stable coin. These will come into operation on the 1st of August. We have not identified any legal or drafting difficulties. Well, that is in relation to LN 125, which is a commencement notice, and the LN 126. In relation to the 2 legal notices, members would you like to set up a subcommittee? If so, please raise your hands. No, please continue. These are the last two items of subsidiary legislation, namely LN 127 and 128. First, LN 128. It amends the Schedule 1 of Waste Disposal Designated Waste Disposal Facility Regulation to specify that Integrated Waste Management Facilities Phase 1, West New Territories Landfill, as well as Northeast New Territories extensions will be incorporated into the regulatory regime. Please refer to paragraphs 46 to 48. The provisions in relation to the integrated waste management facilities phase 1 will come into operation on the 1st of August. In relation to extension parts of Nant and Went landfill, they will come into operations on the 5th of January next year. LN 127 is to amend waste disposal charges for disposal of construction waste regulations Schedule 1 to include the extensions of Went landfill and the Nant landfill into the regulatory regime, so the provisions relating to billing matters will also apply to these extensions. This will come into operation on the 5th of January next year. In March this year, we have consulted. They have consulted the panel on environmental affairs. Members supported the proposals. We have not identified any legal or drafting difficulties. That's my report for LN 127 and 128. In relation to legal notices 127 and 128, members, would you like to set up a subcommittee? If so, please raise your hands. If not, let me remind members, in relation to the 13 items of subsidiary legislation, if you want to make any amendments, the deadline is the Council on the 9th of July. Item 3, business for the Council meeting of the 18th of June, that is next Wednesday. This is the latest agenda. First, we have questions, and then we have one second reading debate, resumption of second reading debate, that is the Employment Amendment Bill 2025. In the last House Committee, we have already noted the report. Then is an extension of period of amendment to be moved by Ms. Elizabeth Quat to extend the period of amendment to the Council meeting on the 16th of July. After that, there are two members' motions. The first one is from Mr. Sunny Tan on stimulating the vigorous development of Hong Kong's small and medium enterprises with new quality productive forces and actively dovetailing with the country's high-quality going global strategy. The other one is from Mr. Adrian Ho on boosting the local consumption market to inject impetus into economic development. In addition to these, there is also the laying of paper, namely the report number 14 of 2025 of the House Committee on Consideration of Subsidiary Legislation and Other Instruments. There is one item of subsidiary legislation on that report. No members have indicated that they would like to speak. Item 4, business for the Council meeting of the 25th of June. Questions. The list of members who have been allocated question slots has been uploaded onto the electrical website. Members, please take note. B. Government Bill first reading and second reading debate to be adjourned. We have not received any notice yet. C. Government Bill second reading debate to resume consideration by Committee of the Whole Council and third reading. Post-Secondary Colleges Amendment Bill 2025. In the House Committee meeting last week, we have already noted the report made by the relevant Bills Committee. D. Government motion. We have not received any notice. E. Members' motions. First, from Mr. Ma Fong Kwok on keeping pace with the times and updating cultural policy. It was originally scheduled for the Council meeting of the 18th of June 2025. The wording has already been uploaded onto the website. The next one is from Mr. Holden Chow on addressing the excessive use of internet and electronic screen products by children and adolescents. The wording of the motion has already been uploaded onto the website. Members, if you would like to make any amendments, the deadline for giving notice is Wednesday, 18th of June. Item 5, reports of Bills Committee and Subcommittees. There are two Bills Committees making a report. The first one is the Bills Committee on Trade Unions Amendment Bill 2025, paper number CB bracket 21172 of 2025. And I'll ask Mr. Brave Chan, the Chairman of the Bills Committee, to give us the report. Thank you. Chairman, the bill seeks to strengthen the statutory powers of the Registrar of Trade Unions in the regulation and management of trade unions to discharge the duties under the National Security Law and the Safeguarding National Security Ordinance. This is to improve the regulatory regime of trade unions to promote the healthy development of trade unions. The Bills Committee has held 2 meetings with the administration and has received 14 submissions from the public. Members agreed that the bill could strengthen national security and improve the regulation of trade unions while respecting and protecting the right and freedom of association and without affecting the operation of lawful and compliant trade unions. Members have discussed a number of issues, such as whether the relevant powers and procedures uphold the principle of natural justice, how to prevent organizations and individuals with ulterior motives from circumventing the regulation, that a balance was struck between the new requirements and lightening the administrative workload on trade unions and the level of penalties, etc. Members have asked the administration to step up publicity and briefing, provide guidelines and templates to help trade unions understand and comply with the amended ordinance. Having considered the views of members and the legal advisor, the administration will move amendments to add a provision to provide a bona fide purchaser of a property of a trade union in relation to the power of a manager of a trade union of which the registration has been cancelled, to empower the registrar to refer a dispute between a manager or liquidator and a third party to mediation, and to increase the penalty for the continuous contravention of the requirement to return the certificate of registration on the cancellation of registration. The administration will also move various textual and technical amendments. The Bills Committee did not object and would not move any amendments. The Bills Committee has completed the scrutiny of the bill. The administration intended to resume the second reading debate of the bill at the Council meeting of the 25th of June. The Bills Committee has no objection, and the details of deliberations are set out in the report. The House Committee is asked to take note. Thank you. If there are no questions, the bill will resume second reading debate on the 25th of June. Members, if you would like to move any amendments, the deadline for giving notice is the 16th of June, which is a Monday. The second report is the Bills Committee on Import and Export Amendment Bill 2025, paper number CB bracket 2 1175 of 2025. We now hear from Mr. Kennedy Wong. Chairman, the bill seeks to amend the Import and Export Ordinance and relevant legislation to implement Phase 3 of the Trade Single Window TSW. The information technology system in Phase 3 will replace the government electronic trade services and major cargo clearance systems of the CNE department, which has been used for years in order to enhance clearance efficiency. The Bills Committee has held one meeting with the administration, as has invited written submissions from the public. Members in general support the bill and have discussed various issues, including the implementation and application of the single trade window, the regulatory regime of value-added service produce, fees of the single trade window, and connections with other commercial systems. Having considered the comments of the legal advisor, the administration will move amendments to change the reference of company to person in the provisions relating to value-added service providers to reflect the policy intent more accurately. That is, an entity issued with a valid commercial registration certificate can apply to the Commissioner for Customs to become a value-added service provider. The administration will also move textual and technical amendments. The Bills Committee does not object and will not move any amendments. The Bills Committee has completed the scrutiny of the bill. The administration plans to resume the second reading debate of the bill at the Council meeting of the 2nd of July. The Bills Committee does not object. Details of the deliberations can be found in the report. The House Committee is asked to take note. Thank you, Mr. Kennedy Wong. Members, if there are no questions, this bill will resume second reading debate at the Council meeting of the 2nd of July. Members, if you would like to make any amendments, the deadline for giving notice is the 21st of June, which is a Saturday. Item number 6, position on Bills Committee and subcommittees. As at Thursday, the 12th of June, there are 9 Bills committees in action. There are 8 subcommittees under the House Committee and 3 subcommittees on policy issues under panels. Item 7, any other business? There is no other business today. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.